welcome back to what I am going to just effectively call episode 1 of Let's Play Shadowkeep, because the previous several episodes have been a little long, a little bit of what I would call an abysmal failure trying to explore this place known as Shadowkeep. In the one video, it was spent running around the first level, watching someone die to only have to revive them and find out that I lost everything, and then recreating them as the wrong race. They were originally a Rue, and then I made them a Zista. Whatever. So we're finally going to get started. The second episode of this series, or second or third or fourth, or I've lost count at this point, honestly. But at any rate, I went into this place that you see here, and it was a nightmare. I got wiped out entirely. So as I said before, I am going to go into another blue area. This place is going to be a little bit easier, but still at the same time a little bit more difficult. So let's see. I saw somewhere that you can listen and you might be able to hear something, but I'm not sure what it is. In any case, let us see what we can find in this blue level. Looks like our percentages might actually be getting a little bit better, because we've been able to kill those goblins in just one round. Usually it takes a couple of rounds of attacks. Let's look at Ray. Yeah, attack 32%. That's pretty good. Let's look at Aphrodite here. Look at the afro. Yep, 32% for my afro. Pretty strong afro, I would say. Terrible jokes. Don't mind me. And Kobu. Let's look at Kobu and see what Kobu's stats are. I don't know Kobu. Kobu. Jeez. Come on. Yeah, 32. So we're looking pretty good. Moving along. We got Ray here with only 1 hit point. Let us try to sleep in the wild here. I'm going to try to sleep for 9 hours. This is probably an act of futility, but yeah, let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, we actually got all 9 hours of sleep and woke up. That is honestly nothing short of amazing. I think Eddie has a cure spell, actually. No, he's got the heal spell. Who's got the cure spell? Sylvana, I think. Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Of course it wouldn't work. Let's try that again. Hopefully, let's see. Well, and now she doesn't have enough mana to cast another spell. Let's just sleep another 9 hours and see if we get ambushed or not. Oh, yep, ambush. Here we go. Turn around. A knight and a goblin shouldn't be too hard. It occurs to me, I think my so-called strategy of attacking the middle creature might not actually matter. I think it actually might automatically move over to the next available target. We'll have to test that, because it seemed like it was going to with Kit and his spell. Also of note, and I will try my best to get this information for the next video, a little bit more of an update on what the spells do and the mana cost, so that I'm not just flailing around trying to figure this out. Might have to do some testing here. We got a whole crap load of trolls. Let's try negotiating. Hey, guess what? I am the consummate diplomat today. I've got a closed door. I am feeling on top of the world. I am ready to negotiate with trolls, with goblins. I don't care who it is. We are going to sort this whole mess out and realize, you know what? We're all just a bunch of friends here. Goblins, trolls, humans. We could put our differences aside and realize that, guess what? We're just all here to have a good time and to explore this dark tower. Well, there goes my Moonfire spell. No idea what it did, but, you know, there you have it. Let's negotiate. Of course. We're awesome. We're diplomats. These goblins, they mean nothing at this point. They're just a waste of our time. So I've got 2 closed doors here. And so, best strategy for this is to save. So we're going to go ahead and save here. I'm not going to end it just yet, because I know I'm a little long, but I've got a lot of fast forwarding that I can do through some of this action. So let's go through this first closed door here. control. It did not like us at all. I guess that's why negotiations didn't work out. I wonder if points works. Yeah, it worked. Alright, so what we're gonna go ahead and first we're gonna save. After that battle. Let's, if there's nothing in here, first I just need to see if there's anything in here. I think I've, yeah, it took me to that same room. So we are going to shift back to the inn. I'm going to take you to the inn actually, because we just really need to sleep and get some weapons. So Rosie, you look like you can probably cast it. Cast that shift spell. Fingers crossed. Thank you for working. Let's sleep 9 hours since we are back to safety. Luminance spell wore off. Even though we're just going to go back, I'm going to have Eddie cast this again so that we can get him some practice. Yes, Eddie cast, thank you. Luminance spell. I always had such a hard time like remembering how to spell luminance when I was a kid. I was like, luminance. Like, how do you spell that? I was like, luminance. Or was it? Or do you spell luminance? Or nice. So yeah, I always had a tough time getting that luminance spell cast when I was a kid. Usually I would just light torch instead, since it was a little bit easier. So let's go back to sleep for 9 hours. I know actually, as I recall, I think it's the illusion spell. I think the illusion spell guards you from critters out in the wild. So that's what I should have been doing, that I realized that I've been messing up. The Moonfire spell, don't think does that. I'm pretty sure it's the illusion spell will guard you from critters. Probably, I think, actually guards you from critters while you're walking too. I don't think you get either no or less encounters while you've got that activated. We're gonna go ahead and save again just because I don't want to have to deal with that. And then we're gonna go to the inn here and we'll show you what's up with those spells we're gonna get. And then after that, we're gonna race through getting some weapons. I'm gonna take us back to the tower, and then I think we're gonna end it there. And yeah, so let's take a few minutes here to show you those scrolls, and then I'm gonna go run through buying some weapons for everyone. Maybe buy some scrolls, and then we'll run back up to that blue area, and we will end it there for today. Just real quick, we're going to take you to show you a little bit, because I know we went to standard equipment, but there's also the stuff that you can get here, magical artifacts and the scrolls and spells. So let me just show you that real quick while I'm here. First, the artifacts. I've got a decent amount of gold, 2,000. We're just going to use Sylvana here as we're not going to actually buy anything here, but there's a bunch of different things that you can get here. I believe the Staff of Power actually is a really good thing to have. I believe it increases your power. I just realized the Cauldrum's Wand. That is an awesome thing to have. I completely forgot about Cauldrum's Wand. That is, I think it only takes about, let's say 4 mana away, or 4 mana to use, 4 power to use. We're done here. The Ring of Life is another good thing in case someone doesn't have. God, I'm just like remembering all of a sudden as I'm here, all these good things that I should have. Ring of Life is good if there's someone that dies, like if all your magic users die, then you can bring them back to life, which is awesome. Probably going to be able to get some armor. Let's look at the magic spells here real quick. See if there's actually anything worthwhile. And doop-a-doop-a-doop. Yes, so as you see, the sunburst, not starburst, but sunburst. Scroll, 8,500 goldens. Very, very expensive. And very, very worth it. Fireball scroll, which I should have saved my goldens for. Sadly, I did not. That guy is 1,000 golden, so I'm 17 golden short. I might actually... I've never actually used the thrust spell. I believe there is a certain... I thought there was a certain class that had it, like, standard. Maybe not. But apparently that one's worth 3,500, so it's gotta be a good spell, right? So let's see what we can sell. Savannah, do you have anything to sell? No. Because I need 17 goldens because I really want that fireball spell. Ah, the flame scroll. Let's see if there's anything else. I know I've got some kind of a... Of course, if I go ahead and sell everything to afford this fireball scroll. Oh, cool. I can just sell a Salve of Aid. That's just like a healing thing. Who cares? I'm pretty sure I can have everyone sell theirs. But yeah, if I, I was just thinking, it's like, if I sell all this stuff to get just to get the fireball spell, then, oh, I keep calling it the Salve of Aid, and that's what I always called it when I was a kid, because it's S-A-L-V-E, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's the Salve of Aid, the Salve of Aid. It wasn't until maybe, I don't know, 5 years ago that I finally realized it's the Salve of Aid. It's like a healing salve. And for years, I had been calling it the Salve of Aid, just because it's spelled. It's one of those things when you see it written down, but you never hear it pronounced. You just make up your own pronunciation based on what it looks like. And for years, I had done that, and it wasn't until I was working I used to work in a pharmacy a while back, and someone had referred to something as so actually there's a thing called ichthyomal ointment, and it's also known as black salve. It's for getting out splinters. Long story short, too late. That, like, hearing it over and over again, finally one day it just triggered. I was like, wait a minute, Salve of Aid, oh my god, this is just like a healing cream. Never had any idea what it was until that moment, and then it just in an instant just like blew up, and I was like, oh my god, I know what it is now. So yeah, so there's that story about the Salve of Aid. which I called for years the Salve of Aid. Alright, let's get that fireball scroll. Yes! Pierre, you can cast fireballs now. Horribly expensive as far as power goes. I don't even remember how much it costs, but it's honestly probably going to not only bankrupt me, but kill me as I try to cast it at some point here. Let's also, we're done getting weapons here. Let's also go ahead and get some weapons. Yeah, no, we're done getting spells. Let's get some weapons. I will make sure that I do actually get everything all set and ready to go for the next one. Damn it, Eddie, cast that low-end spell. And don't die while doing it, please. And so I'm gonna get ourselves up here to the door and ready to roll again. Once again, we'll be entering the blue level, a different blue level than most times that we've been playing, but we'll be entering the blue level to try and actually do a better job killing things and not have it running out of mana and hit points and things like that. And when I do run out of mana, maybe I can actually hit them with an axe or a bastard sword. So we're gonna run through. I'm gonna leave it running as I get all of the weapons readied and my party sorted out. But we're gonna fast forward through that, and then it'll be the end of the video after all of that. So. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you like these. If you want to see more, feel free to leave a comment. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the show as you see me getting our party ready for the next amazing adventure into the what I call blue level.